All right, here's a Monday thought starter just for you, and today I want to talk about vetting ideas. Life is full of opportunities. The hard part is figuring out which opportunity you should jump on and which to leave, whether it's getting into a business or expanding your existing one, hiring a new employee, investing in a startup, pursuing a dream. How do we figure out what a good opportunity looks like and what may be a bad one? Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and that makes it tough to ask questions that we should ask. I've seen people get deep into business before figuring out that they should have asked a lot more questions ahead of time. Some businesses look easy from the outside, but when you're in them, they're a whole lot harder from the inside, and the time to figure that out is probably before you write a check. What are the time requirements? What are the financial commitments you're getting into? And even for smaller decisions, I've worked with clients that needed to hire a general manager, or at least they thought that that was the next move, but didn't really know what to expect from that position and what they wanted that person to do. It's important to get enough clarity to at least explain the concept to someone else and answer questions without getting stuck. Whether I'm involved in vetting deals for clients or I get a call from a CEO in the middle of the night to help make a decision, I ask a lot of questions to help get that clarity. All good answers start with really understanding the problem. And then I usually do a deep dive into the subject at the same time, because we live in a time where almost unlimited information is available to us at the click of a button. The other day I had a conversation with a client about an app idea, and we went into a long discussion about Amazon Web Services and how much they charge for storing your data on their infrastructure. If you want to know how expensive that can get, remember that Lyft spends about $100 million a year with Amazon for cloud services. Worth it? Probably, but you need to make sure that you can calculate your data requirements before you pitch your idea to an investor or start developing. Now, the flip side of being informed is wanting to be so informed that the decision to pull the trigger never comes. When something new comes out and somebody says, "Man, that was my idea," it's often because they didn't execute fast enough. I've always been a believer that certain ideas are part of the zeitgeist, the general spirit of our time, and therefore what you come up with is seldom unique, and being first to market matters. There's a fine balance between the two. If you're too early and the idea isn't fully thought out, you might crash and burn. If you wait too long, you might end up being second or 10th to market and being stuck saying, "Wait, me too." Or you may never get there at all. Sometimes people work on an idea for 5, 6, 10 years and they're surprised that somebody else came up with their idea too. Well, if you think about how much the world has changed in the last 5 years alone, I'm not sure if you get to be surprised. I always remember a book title from years ago. It's "The fast that eat the slow, not the big that eat the small." So if you have an idea that's been nagging you, grab it, figure out if it's worthwhile, and go execute. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is always right now. That's it for your Monday Thought Starter. I'll be back with Trends on Thursdays on Thursday, and I am Tobias Wilhelm.